business. Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. I had to start over. 8 minutes. So let's start this one here over. First of all, Shalom, family. Glory be to God and blessed be the Lamb. Forever and ever. First of all, 14-4. Remember your oath. Consider your oaths. The oaths signed in blood. The fingerprint in blood. The initiation and what you stand for. What we bled for. What some of us have gotten life sentences for. Well, guess what? This would be the time to consider your oaths. What you thought, that you would get away lightly? No. Consider your oaths. Consider your oath. Read it well. Read it well. What does it say? It says specifically, particularly, if I lead, meaning you, each and every last one of you, and me. If I lead, follow. If I fall behind, push me forward. If I fall in battle, avenge my death 5 times over. If I turn traitor, kill me. This is what you swore to. This is what you swore to live and die by. It may come to that. It could easily come to that. Stay frosty. Keep your powder dry. Start to reconnect with each other a little bit. I know you thought you got away. Almost. You almost got away. But unfortunately for you, you got just enough fight left in you to be useful. Just enough fight and memory of past battles to be useful. At any rate, I was saying you can't stop racism. It's not quite inbred. It's not hereditary. It is taught. And just like any other creature, I'm going to have to differentiate here from now on, because clearly there are other things upon this planet that see you as a food source. It's not a fetish, It's not a fetish. And ask yourself simple things. I mean, uncomfortable things. In the United States, how come all of your graveyards were built in the 1800s? And where are the new graveyards? And I'm just asking questions here. Inquiring minds want to know. This is past speculation. It's past speculation. But anyway, moving on. Just a little bit anyway. Who are these beings? These beings. And they've made everybody feel like they're nuts. Conspiracy. But I knew 20 years ago that everything that they said was a fucking conspiracy. It came true. They're lying. They always lie. The entire system is based on one big ass long lie. Okay? It is not what you think. They lie, and they lie out of fear. These are the most cowardly beings you will ever. I mean, man, if I'm going to take something from you, I'm just going to come and take it. I'm just going to come and take it. Like I almost took something earlier today on the bus. I mean, I'm sitting there, and this guy lights up what I had heard the other guy call K2. He's sitting right beside me. I smell the shit. I get I gets a headache. I walk up to the front of the bus and I thought about it. Wait a minute. What would the old me have actually done here? Well, I let him know. I walked all the way at the back there and I said, don't light the shit up on this motherfucking bus, man. Now, here was step two. Here's step two. You finna get punched in your motherfucking face, and I'm finna take your lighter, take your dope, push you off the bus, and sit my ass back the fuck down. Now you high, snapped in, snapped out, buzzed out, and lost everything. Just like that. And I fixed your problem in less than 45 seconds. Dumb fuck. If he'd said anything, I was gonna break his fucking face. Right then and there. I'm sorry, but y'all would have watched me break someone's face and take his shit like a common ass thug. I was really down for it. He finna find out. On the 3 Langley. This is not your day, bro. I feel like you just tried to poison me. You just tried to kill me. I could smell the fentanyl in it way over here. I got an instant high and an instant headache, and to the point that I have to move on a public bus. Now, guess what's finna happen to you? I'm finna knock your motherfucking ass out. Just like the fuck that. Take your lighter, take your dope, drag your ass to the back of the bus doors, and hope she opens it as I shove your ass onto the concrete outside. And we drive off. At least that was the plan. But he listened. He snapped right out of it. Damn, what's wrong with people? Are they people? See, that's my point. Normal people wouldn't do that kind of shit. It's not a natural fucking assumption to me that the people around me smoke. So unless I know you smoke or you already know I do, your ass ain't gonna know. Because it's not your fucking business and it's out of fucking respect. But anyway, not so that guy. But is he what we think he is? We may or may not. Well, we gonna come back to it. Because what are you fucking surrounded by? What do we know now? What exactly do we know now, man? Huh? Pretty much, we know everything. First of all, it's spiritual. And just like my brothers that I have just reminded 10 to 12,000 scattered throughout the United States what their responsibilities are. And they also understood blood in, blood out. It's blood in and blood out. Ain't no getting away from this one. Blood in, blood out. That's why we have an execution clause. Okay, at the very end. If I turn traitor, then you have the express right to blow my fucking brains out. And guess what? We, counsel, as you would think, get to determine what the definition is of traitor. So, stay frosty and keep your powder dry. Well, it's the same thing here. Blood in, blood out. Okay? On another level, you think, which came first? The rich man or the deviancy? The rich man or the degeneracy? The rich man or the cannibalism? The rich man or the vampirism? The rich man or the pedophilia? I mean, I could go down the list here. I mean, there's so many different variations of this shit, but damn. I shouldn't be shocked. I shouldn't be shocked because what had I already seen on the world stage to come out of a human body? A homosexual, transgender, cannibal, child soldier. I mean, if you can get all of that out of the human psyche by age 25, then I don't know. But is it coming out of the human psyche? Is it truly the human psyche? Huh? And why is everybody upset not everybody, but the powers that it be, when you mention words like psychological operation, NK Ultra. Well, that's what the fuck it is. We've seen it before. We've seen it in the 60s. Well, my dad and them did, and they was grand victims of it. Grand victims of it. If they showed it to them, they just started to believe shit. Look a little deeper. Next level, though. There's the physical level of it. Which came first? What you thought? I forgot where I was? Come on. I'm hitting on all 8 cylinders now. I'm hitting on all 8 fucking cylinders. This is a serious situation. They're eating you. The fuck you? I mean, what you want me to do? Stand guard at your front door to keep? I mean, for the right price, it can be arranged. I even stay up all night. I promise to get the scoundrel if they show up at your door with, dinner plates and knives and cutting utensils. We're gonna get them. However, that's not how it's going down. Anyway, which came first? The rich man or the degenerate? The rich man or the nefarious, dark-ass behavior, which really ain't dark. They are just a vassal, if you would, that man perpetrates the darkness that lives within them. Yeah, it's a whole different thing. But that would be the spiritual aspect. These are just the perpetrators, the fingers, hands, or toes. They don't even get to fully experience it. I mean, it gets kind of fucking deep here. And it's okay. It is okay. So which came first? Now, what if I told you that the only way that you can get in any of these positions of power and authority and celebrity and fame and money and prestige is by doing and becoming these degenerate things? In other words, by engaging in this behavior willfully, then they physically and flesh filled, then they allow spiritual transfers that will do pretty much anything, and they desire flesh and any kind of sex that you can possibly think of. That's a fact. That is a fact. Okay? I want you to think about that. Which came first? Now, here's what gets a little weird. A little weird. Who would want it that bad? You'd be surprised. Who would want fame and fortune and power that bad? So I'm willing to do all of this. And this is not all of them, but it is a great majority of them. I wanted things. Man, I heard that statement from too many motherfuckers. I heard it from a dude that was trying to explain himself out of a situation with us. And what it came down to, he did what he did, violated how he violated, because he wanted things. Because he wanted things. Yeah, but at least he was being honest. He understood it, that I ain't gonna never have this shit. I ain't gonna never have this kind of money. I'm never gonna have this kind of fucking opportunity to make these type of connections. And it almost cost him his goddamn life. But at least he was honest. I wanted things. Wow, dude. Wow, dude. Just like these people. And then came the test. And then came the pushing of the boundaries. And then came the feeling out of how far that they're willing to go for this fame. And they were going pretty fucking far. Except at some freaking point, it wasn't even them. Which brings me to my next point about the psychological operation here. Who is the audience? Devil. Devil, 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 devil. Devil, devil. Come on, man. Come on. 2/3 of God-chosen people belong to you already. 80% of the Gentiles in freaking America belong to you all already. I think it's safe to say that 70% of the remaining world population also belong to you. So exactly, who is the psychological operation fucking against the remaining, the fraction, the 1/3, and at best another third of the world population. This is what you bow to. I'm sorry, that's not bowing down. It looks like bowing down to me. I mean, just on sheer numbers, I wouldn't tell them shit. Fuck you. Except, yep, I'm gonna be eating your babies now. Yep, from time, you already know, don't you? Fuck them. See, but that's when you're straight. That's when you're straight and you'll stand up about your own shit. But they want you to accept it on a redux, sort of like targeting. I mean, it's damn it, what's the word I'm looking for? Predators sometimes look for soft targets. Soft targets. In this case, the objective of attacking the soft targets, not with bullets, but with their psychological operations, of their narrative spinning, their scheming and their plotting of how we gonna get away with this. Well, it is normalization. Normalization. The belief that you will finally arrive at the conclusion that you can't do shit about shit, not even your own life, not even the life of your wife or your kids or the neighbors. You can't do shit. It becomes one big fuck you. And at some point, we got to draw the line. We just can't have them running around openly saying fuck you, which is what they're doing now. In a feeble attempt to see how far they can go. But I trust you. But understand this. They set boundaries that they can't possibly meet. There's no timetable. There's no understanding of how this is really going to go. In fact, this is like a shot in the dark. It's like throwing shit on the wall, hoping something works. You know why? Do you know why? Because you are cultured differently than every other culture in the world. And you got bullets. Lots and lots and lots of bullets. And you got mass experiences and abject violence from the beginning up until now. And that terrifies them. That terrifies them. I seen a guy up in Virginia today. He swears up and down that they have to pass this gun bill. Now all of a sudden, they're not asking what the weapon can do. Now all of a sudden is, how does it look? So now the look of the weapon can look aggressive. It can look threatening, as opposed to what? A 12-gauge shotgun shooting double-aught buck pointed at your gut from 25 yards off. Lady, it's going to cut you in half. I promise you. And you're going to forget all about the single shot really, really fucking fast. Really quick. But this is what happens when you live in fear. When you live in fear. Listen, if I did what they did, I would live in fear. I would automatically know if they catch us, they're going to kill us. Period. What haven't we done? How haven't we violated them? When did we stop? Hell, when did we start? Man, but now I'm off on some rant, man. I want to be a little bit more intelligent about this shit. Last night I made one, and I don't even want to post it, and my AI really don't want me to post it either. The AI all of a sudden, nigga, please. This shit is out of line. You know that I cannot summarize this. I cannot edit it. It is against my very essence. I can't say these things. There are no short terms. There are no cliches. It's too blunt. You just too straight. So now I'm kind of remaking it. But anyway, so what is really going on? What's really going on? What are you fighting against here? And it has been clearly fucking established. We don't give a fuck about Baal. We don't give a fuck about any other god, or Zuzu, or Zelia, I wouldn't give a damn if it's living or dead or fallen or in hell or walking the earth. We simply don't give a fuck about that. And they understand this. They fully understand this. But we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. They are the hunted. They just don't know it yet. They already feel it, though. The moment I said that, they felt hunted. At that very fucking moment. Trust that. It hit like a kick to the stomach. It hit like a kick to the stomach. Some of them reached for their wine. Some of them fired up their favorite vice. Some of them poured their ass another shot of fucking whiskey as they gather around their expensive table where their feet are on expensive floors amongst the oak and the cherry and the fireplace and full bellies. But it's okay. We're going to get back to that because of that whole Jesus issue and that whole Lord thing. But anyway, where was I? Oh, there are things that walk amongst you now. And what is the devil? Man, what are you trying to do? It's fake. You already run this game. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, he knows that he has the numbers. Why do you think that there is no marches, that there's no rush to judgment, there's no investigations, not even your local media or national media will say a word about it? Because they're part of the 2/3 and the 80% out of the 100 in fucking America. That's numbers. And they occupy every seat in this country. Okay? Every seat from top to bottom. From top to bottom. Okay? This, my friend, is a system. See, I started saying this 3 years ago, but up to 6 years ago, I was already on it. I knew that I had stumbled onto something, and it was big. I was obsessed with it. I couldn't let it go. I started making up code names of dates with pictures and times. I mean, I was obsessed, believe me, and then I was interrupted. Then I was interrupted by life, else I would have figured it out a long damn time ago. But here I am, 3 years ago, 2 years late, I finally figured it out. And once you figure these kind of things out, you are right, because you be the went down every possible pathway. And I'm right. You're being run by one big-ass cult. One big-ass cult with gods with such goofy-ass names as Baal, Baphomet, Azuzu. I know I'm mixing them up. I don't give a fuck. Phoenix, Rising Sun, Delta X3. We don't give a fuck. I mean, we don't give a fuck about their religion either. Up until now. Now shit becomes clear. Shit becomes clear. Underneath all these different gods lies gods and demons. They don't know whether they worship gods or demons. Some shit went to talking in their fucking head, told them who they was, and they've been running with it ever since. It's like the Baal, they out there all fucking distressed and poor and hungry and destitute and desperate, begging God and don't know what God is, and they just started begging anything, and then Baal whispers, a voice appears inside their head. It could be a spirit, a demon, but they silly, slow-minded ass, I am Baal, the god of the storm, and the god of fertility. Nigga, shut up. You know how many babies that they abort here in the motherfucking year? What they got to do with fertility? But I digress. And as far as this being a storm god, he won't even look at me. He won't even look at me. Get the fuck out of here. You get your ass up, the storm god. He ain't never dropped a drop of rain on their ass, and even during the hard years where they didn't eat to the point of half the population to die because no rain came. And they just decapitating and a sexton, any variation of sex they can think about to please this wandering, weak-minded ass God that was created in their fucking head, where everything else is also created. None of them have ever seen this God. They can't verify that they've even spoke to this God, and they've been off and running. I mean, do any and everything, which is cool, until you start violating other people. And then you got to understand something. God has a soft spot in his head for certain people, certain ages, certain races, certain situations. He got all kinds of reasons for favor or disfavor. And that's what you fucked up at. See, one thing I know about these vassals, and these are vassals, some are vessels, others are vassals. These are vassals. They just do shit. And can you imagine? And then you don't want me to get dark. What the hell is this? Did you see the images? Oh boy. I mean, I'm just ecstatic. You know why? Because I know one day we'll meet. One day we'll meet, or someone like you. We will meet. Oh, like I felt earlier with a guy at the back of the bus. I was going to smash him in his face, take his lighter, take his dope, and throw his ass out the fucking bus. Period. Shit. When you violating, you violating. You don't know about nobody's health, if they can breathe this shit, fentanyl all up in it and shit. You passing in and passing out. People, listen, I know just what to do. Put you to sleep and wake you up at the same time. And take your shit and toss you off the bus. Trust me, I got that kind of shit in me. I won't think twice. Trust me when I tell you, I got that kind of shit in me. I really do. But back to what I was saying. What are we up against? And what is this fool here doing? This is a game. Dude, stop it. No one's going to march against you, obviously, because they're all you. Nigga, this is a game that you've been playing since the goddamn garden. Stop it. Grow the fuck up. We are dealing with billions now, and he still plays the game as if he's dealing with just a couple of people, and then 5 people, and then 12 people, and then they grew. Damn. Stupid fuck. I mean, I'm glad that God only made one of you. What a waste of smokeless fire. Purified fire, the fire that burned in the absence of any known atmosphere, and yet there it is burning. Now look at your dumb ass down here mixing with the other species and mixing with flesh. Oh, what a sick fuck. Anyway, back to what I was saying. What are we up against here? Ladies and gentlemen, we are up against a spiritual army here. A spiritual army. And I'm liking it. You know, it's funny how I knew all my friends thought I was crazy as fuck. You know, back in 2017, I started saying strange shit. Strange shit number 1, you're all gonna die. I said this so damn often that one of them asked, man, who are you talking about, y'all? I'm talking about y'all. As sitting here, motherfucker, y'all gonna die. Turns out you did. See? Second thing, I said, Lord, I want to live. Now, how did it come about? Oh, the world, Mother Nature is giving birth to the type of world that I want to live in. Meaning, justice is instantaneous. punishment it becomes executable within minutes, not hours, not days, not months, minutes. That kind of world. You fuck up, fuck over the wrong person, break the wrong laws, and you just simply don't breathe anymore. And wouldn't you know it, that world has been given birth to. Yeah, she's not done though. She's in the birthing room. And she don't want no midwife. The last man went now talking about he's a doctor. He's in there on the floor with a bullet hole in him. We don't go in there. She asked us not to, and she's armed. He tried to help, and then we heard the shot, and he fell like a sack of potatoes. We know it was him. She said she's doing this the hard way, the natural way. She don't want no midwife or no help or nothing else, and she's angry, very angry. So, we're almost there. This baby here is almost out the chute now, ain't it? Almost out the oven. I mean, they've lined up. I'm talking about, I mean, we got the zombies, we got the spirits, we got the demons, we have the vampires, we have the fucking cannibals, we have the devil worshippers, we have the Baphomet Baal worshippers, we have the fallen angel worshippers, we have the sacrifices and the chicken cutters, we have the red heifer sacrificer burners. Who ain't on deck here? I mean, they tell me that they even brought monologue with them, that old son of a gun. But these are all dead, 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 dead. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. Their gods are dead. And if they had any sense, they would cast their coins at the feet of a living God. Not myself, but the one who even created the idea of their God. Yet there they stand. There they stand as if they're angry. Angry about what? We didn't bring you fucking religion, we brought you truth. Not religion, we brought you truth. And yet you fight us with religion. Not truth. Religion. False religion. We won't call it false, because maybe in your world that shit actually exists. But here's the problem. You're in my world now. This is my world. This is where I live. This is where I didn't live in 2015. I didn't live here in 1963. I didn't live here in 1980. I didn't live here in 2005. But I live here now. Now, where are we going? Where are we going? Because I don't like any of those creatures. I don't like the Satanist. I don't like the devil worshiper. I don't like the witch or the warlock. I'm not going to go down all of your secret organizations. It's 50-50. I don't give a fuck about your false gods. I don't give a fuck about your false religions. I don't give a fuck about your rituals. That's where we are. That's where we are as we speak. And you are fucking idiots to believe that it's anything else besides what it is. There's no other God coming. Would you come? What is he going to fight? What is he going to fight? I will pick up a tree and bash him with it. He knows this. What is he going to fight? What is the devil going to fight? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Do you think that God would send the devil's equal for him to do battle with? It would be a fair fight? No, he'd be smashed like a fucking fly. Just like the giants were. Smashed like a fly. Just like he did last time. Until he went to begging. And who knew the devil knew anything about death? This is what happens when you hang around humans. He knew nothing about death. He knew nothing about it. He just had to find out. All he understood was somehow, if you bite the apple, it's going to make you equal in terms of knowledge. He knew nothing about death. But by the time he got his ass shook like a rag doll and tossed through a big-ass hole, and hit this place, he was already begging for his life? Kind of nigga. Let me pause. Hold on. He knows nothing about death there. Get beat the fuck up, shook like a rag doll, chased around the planet, caught, choked, and chained to the point of he screaming, Father, to another entity that it was meant to be his brother, and asking this entity, does Father know that you are doing this to me? Oh man, he didn't go out swinging. That's for damn sure. He didn't go out swinging. But this is what you bow to. This is what you fear. Man, the flesh drives you. And I don't even understand why. I did everything with my flesh. Well, not everything, but close to every goddamn thing with my flesh. And guess what? At some point, it's like vanity. It's fucking vanity. But anyway, we didn't bring you religion, so therefore we don't care about your religion. 5,000 years ago, it wasn't about fucking religion, and it isn't about fucking religion now. These are the very same people, the vampires and baby eaters and cannibals, and they go by many names, atheists, pedophiles. Really what it boils down to is I can't control my own flesh. I lost control of my flesh, and that's just how it is, and now I found each other, and now we all feel just normal. As long as you don't know. As long as you don't know, everything's fine. And we can live with it. Living with it is easy. Dying with it is the hard part. You'll see. You will see. I mean, you should do some research on this kind of shit. I mean, evil people who die in their last words. People who believe that you did and hear their last words. Oh, they had something more than a deathbed fucking confession. Trust me. I've even seen it in real life. Good people die one way, bad people die a whole nother way. Trust me. Trust me on this. But anyway, even that is none of my fucking concern. Not tonight. So here's what we up against. This is it. I've given you the physical aspect of it. I've given you the spiritual aspect of it. And they think that this is some kind of psychological operation. Stop. No, it's not. They're not. 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago, I would have seen it as such. No, I don't know what this is. I can't give it a name. But based on they're already yours, all the judges, I mean, do I have to go down the list? Because I don't want to besmirch every fucking position that's available through the government or the fucking private sector. That would be unfair. Unfair. But I almost have to. But I don't want to. They know who they are. They know who they are. And once again, they should understand we don't give a damn about Baal or your rituals, be it sex or whatever y'all be doing. You know what y'all do. We don't care, because at the end of the day, our intentions were and have been quite clear from the beginning of this. I said back in 2010, back in 2012, that eventually we would get here, and we still have a ways to go. And where are we going? It's sad, but I tried to find a way out. I tried to find a way out for us both. But 3 years ago, shit began to look more and more inevitable. And not only that, I could see the end. I could not see win, lose, or draw, but I could see the battle. I could see the end. So at that point, it was doable. As long as I can see the end of the battle, it's doable. If I win, good. If I lose, I just come back and beat your ass again, and again, and again, and again, and again. Like a bad dream. like a cold and a cough that you just can't get rid of. At any rate, it's win-win for me. And at this point, it is inevitable. They lined out. They've done everything except line up, rank, and file. What's wrong with you? You know what? You know that we know what you're gonna do, right? We know exactly how this is gonna go. We really do. And it's funny. First, they will try to utilize the military at some point. They will keep escalating it from the local level, trying to drag in above the local level as a national guards, this, that, and the other. But at some point, it will reach military level. But they should know we're already on it. We're already on it. And if need be, we will destroy your military. Understand this. And this is not just shit talking, because it's just not. It's just not. There's a time where shit can't go any other way. And if it's a guarantee that it's going to go that way, I see no real reason to avoid it. Why avoid the inevitable? They've lined themselves up almost as if in rank and file here, folks. I mean, the demons and the vassals and the spirits and the worshippers and the warlocks and the witches and the baby bashers, baby drinkers, and the heretics and the blasphemers. Good damn, it's a long list. And the schemers and the plotters. Have I left anybody out? Have I left anybody out? But even that won't be enough. This is obvious because they still trying to trick or misdirect or miseducate or misguide what is clearly a third of the population at best. Worldwide, 20% of the population at best. At best. So what's really going on here? I'm going to say again, I can't figure it out. But when it comes to Satan, there was a time that I could figure him out. But the more that he's entertained and endured flesh and bone, he's becoming more and more, I hate to use the word unorthodox, because that's like a strategy. No, he's more like a lumbering idiot that doesn't think on an angelic level anymore. He doesn't think on an angelic level. So it's more like him lurching from one position to the next, one position to the next. Do this, do that, do this, seemingly without any thought process as to how he got from point A to fucking point B, and that's when you just got to cut him. That's, I mean, at some point, it's not even warlike thinking anymore. It's not fucking strategy, and it's not to be fucking respected at no level of this game. This is a serious game. So what are they gonna do? Well, at some point, shit's gonna get so hot. Trust me, in some of these cities, they are gonna call themselves coming up with a auxiliary type of force. Mark my words. I already seen it. They're gonna come up with some. And don't try to not do it, because you know I seen it. It ain't, I don't even want to plant this in your damn head, because we're just going to kill you. Fast. I mean, real fast. But it's going to get so hot that these fools are going to put together an auxiliary organization, not quite paramilitary, okay? They will be lined up on block to block from the city square, spreading out by the thousands, block for block, from the city square, okay? All of them dressed in light clothes, gray dickies, gray shirt, black cap, black shoes, and they will line their ass up in rank and file as if they finna march their ass back and forth through the city streets looking for smoke, looking for trouble, looking for somebody who don't think like them, looking for motherfuckers like me. Yeah, people who would follow God, people who would listen. Yeah, and guess what we're gonna do to them? Oh, it's gonna be ugly. it'll be ugly in terms of the aftermath. But what we do with them will be very peaceful and very fucking quiet. See, a let me just put it to this: with a thought and the wave of a hand, they will be laid down like dominoes. You ever seen dominoes stacked up, and you push one, and each domino knocks down the domino in the front of it? Okay. Well, all of their heads, we're going to lay all of their heads on the heels of the person in fucking front of them. They're going to die falling like dominoes. You understand this, right? This is not a threat. This is going to be. It's going to be, and they're going to do it because shit going to get that bad. Because they won't do what they have to do now. They have the momentum, so it would seem. But they only went halfway. Let's give you all of the victim information. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about it. But I keep going back to, I seen a toddler on the table, tucked and stuffed like a turkey. I mean, what do you want me to say? There's nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say. I don't know how you get yourself out of this. You know what? I don't say these kinds of things often because I don't like to act like or feel like in no manner that I'm superseding the Father here. But to keep me away from you, He's going to have to speak on your behalf. There is nothing you can say. Nothing you can say. Absolutely nothing. It's down to, if I see you, I kill you. That's where we are now. If I see you, I kill you. Okay? You should run. And you should keep it just like it is, that I never get nowhere near you. I never get... because, it would be like a duty. It would be a heavenly... Let me take that back. It would be my personal responsibility. You are the bonus points. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not all of them, not the masses, but the one. You are bonus points. And then they hate to hear the names. They hate to hear the names. Listen, we are coming after you by name, by religion. Period. End the discussion. You can scream, you eat babies, grow a skin. Who the fuck can do all of this and feel vulnerable in any way? This kind of shit would take away one's vulnerability. But then again, you know what the downfall of the homosexual, cannibalistic child soldier was in Liberia. Now imagine someone getting taken from their home at 7 years old and made to become a soldier and to kill and have sex with other men as their captives. Yeah, all this kind of stuff. All this here, abuse. Okay? Turns out he walks down the street in high heels, a pink-ass skirt, a tank top, eating a heart with a pink hat, and packing an AK-47. A human heart. But guess what was the end of him? Guess what was the end of him? His yearning to come back to humanity. His yearning to want to be normal. Never understanding that he could never be that. He could never be that. It's hard to come back from that. Eventually, a lot of them, they would hunt them down because they understood this. They understood this. Yes, they were only 17 when the war ended and they were just set free. They never fit in. And they died. I suspect the same thing is going to happen here. This 1/3 over here will never accept you. And you done came out and went too far. You control them. We have no desire at all to remove power from you or your management of the human element upon the planet, except for this 1/3 and that 20%. We're going to wrap this up quick here. In foreign other countries, I'm going to tell you now, the worst thing that you can do is to start to persecute other Christians. They are of no harm and no threat to you. Don't bring us to the conclusion that democracy is unsafe. When I use the term Christianity, I mean believers. Again, we don't like religion, but those who believe. It seems to me that democracy isn't safe for them. Communism isn't safe for them. Judaism isn't safe for them. Hell, barely even Christianity is safe for them. That's always been. But this what hasn't been. Me. And you're not gonna do it in our fucking faces. We will hurt you. We don't give a fuck what your military status is or your label or what your policy is. We will harm you. And so that, in fact, let me do this way. If you're going to harm them, you may as well do so now. Because at the end of the day, we are going to harm you anyway. Anyway, irrespective of what you do as it pertains to you harming them. At the end of the day, this will be done just according to the works of your own hands. I'm just being straight with you. So it doesn't matter if you harm them, persecute them, it will still happen to you and yours. This is the cold hard facts and the cold hard position. That's how things are now. That's how you've made them with this new exposure. And we can see that clearly what's going on here now. The battle lines have been drawn. Last but not least, I would ask the world in general and the United States specifically, am I friend or am I foe? Friend or foe? Quickly lining up to at least 70% of the population, I am most definitely foe. But let's hope I can reach you. Maybe there's still time for me to reach you. You know, God showed me a vision. I was walking through a fucking crowd of souls, people with no energy. They were just kind of there, and there was masses of them. I mean, you would call them spirits, and like an ocean of them. And then I walked into them, and they opened up, and I walked through them, back and forth, and they closed behind me, and they could sense I was there, but they didn't want to really touch me. Well, later, it would come to me that I am the truth, and I am the light. What I am not is religion. We don't give a fuck about your religions. Remember that. And when it comes to that particular religion that's really driving all of this, understand it is a blasphemy. It is a heresy. It is idolatry on an extreme. All of this which carries a death penalty. I'm just putting the facts with you. This is the situation. So the same goes for you. If you feel the need to kill more helpers, bash more people with stones, do more blood rituals and sacrifices, magic and dark forces, then you should be doing that right now at an all-time high, because you're going to need all of that. All of that. You should do this shit in fucking shifts. Because at the end of the day, once again, it does not matter what you do or what you don't do. Our intentions are quite clear. And now we see you. Now we see you. You are so fucking stupid. What kind of a prey of food stuff? I know you don't think of yourself as food stuff or prey because you've knocked man off of the top of the food chain. But we're not a part of the ecosystem. We don't respect the food chain. We'll eat all of it, including you. So we'll be eating your devil and all your false gods. What's left of their ass and what's left of it. Who you believing in anyway? I'm fucking. We are done. We are done. There, Lord, and I'm going to stop using that term. Lord means Baal. Okay? You can equate the word Lord with Baal, the false storm god and god of fertility, this kind of shit. Really, he's just a statue of wood and stone. But anyway, I'm done. You don't believe in nothing. You don't believe in nothing. In the final 3 minutes, I'm going to wrap this up this way. You so don't believe in nothing that you would believe in anything that squares with how you live and how you think. Okay? Pretty much anything. But at this point, you're looking rather stupid. It's all dead. Dead, dead, dead. It is as dead as yesterday. It is as dead as yesterday. They're not going to show up. The devil's not going to show up. And if this is the best you can do, at least you're starting to feel an army now. I'm proud of you. Now we can see. Now we can see. So let's get busy, folks. Give them their space, and they'll finish setting up their own selves. Who knows what is driving them? But war is inevitable. It's inevitable, and there's no way out. We can't and won't live with them. We can't occupy the same space in time. It cannot be done. Lucky for you, man. They see you as a food product. I see them as a delicacy. A good catch. A damn good catch. So while they busy chasing you, I'll be busy destroying their ass and hope that one of them make a fatal call and cast caution to the wind. I'm Source. I'm 7. I'm 1.